ਜਸ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹੋ ਸਾਰੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰੀ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ। ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਮੁੱਦਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਹੋਸਟ ਆਸ਼ਮਿਤਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਫਿਰ ਨਿੱਘਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਖਾਸ ਲੋਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹਾਂ ਸਾਊਥ ਜਰਸੀ ਦੇ ਮੇਪਲ ਸ਼ੇਡ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਲੀਡਰਸ਼ਿਪ, ਨਾ ਕਿ ਸਿਰਫ ਨਿਊ ਜਰਸੀ ਦੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਲੀਡਰਸ਼ਿਪ, ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਲੀਡਰਸ, ਰਿਲੀਜੀਅਸ ਹੋਣ, ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਹੋਣ, ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਸਾਡੇ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਕਲ ਐਕਟਿਵਿਸਟਸ ਨੇੜੇ ਦੇੜਿਓਂ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਨ। ਪੈਨਸਿਲਵੇਨੀਆ, ਨਿਊਯਾਰਕ, ਕਨੈਟੀਕਟ, ਇੱਕ ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਦੀ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਦੇ ਲਈ। ਇਹ ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਕਾਂਗਰਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਨ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੈਂਪੇਨ ਯੂਨਾਈਟਿਡ ਸਟੇਟਸ ਸੈਨੇਟ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਲੜੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਖੜੇ ਹਨ ਸਿੱਖ ਅਮਰੀਕਨਸ, ਨਾ ਕਿ ਸਿਰਫ ਨਿਊ ਜਰਸੀ ਬਟ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਮੈਂਸ਼ਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਨੇੜੇ ਦੇੜੇ ਸਟੇਟਸ ਅਤੇ ਸੂਬਿਆਂ ਅਤੇ ਸ਼ਹਿਰਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਨ। Congressman Andy Kim, ਜੋ ਕਿ 3-term ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਰਹਿ ਚੁੱਕਿਆ ਹੈ, the first time in history in New Jersey, ਉਹ ਹੁਣ ਆਪ ਦੀ ਬਿਡ ਸੈਨੇਟ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਭਾਵੇਂ ਕਾਂਗਰਸ ਦੇ ਰੈਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟੇਟਿਵਸ ਇੱਕ ਡਿਸਟ੍ਰਿਕਟ ਨੂੰ ਵਾਸ਼ਿੰਗਟਨ DC ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੈਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ, ਸੈਨੇਟਰਸ ਪੂਰੀ ਸਟੇਟ ਨੂੰ ਰੈਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੈ। ਉਸ ਵਾਸ਼ਿੰਗਟਨ DC ਦੇ ਚੈਂਬਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿਰਫ ਇੱਕ ਸਟੇਟ ਤੋਂ 2 ਸੈਨੇਟਰਸ ਪਾਏ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੈ। ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕਾਂਗਰਸ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਪੋਪੂਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਮੁਤਾਬਿਕ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਐਂਡ ਵੂਮਨ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੇ ਇੱਕ ਸਟੇਟ ਤੋਂ ਡਿਸਟ੍ਰਿਕਟ ਵਾਈਜ਼। ਸੋ ਹੁਣ ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਐਂਡੀ ਕਿਮ ਯੂਨਾਈਟਿਡ ਸਟੇਟਸ ਸੈਨੇਟ ਲਈ ਆਪ ਦੀ ਬਿਡ ਲਾਂਚ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਯਾਦ ਹੋਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਨਿਊ ਜਰਸੀ ਦੇ ਡੈਮੋਕ੍ਰੈਟਿਕ ਸੈਨੇਟਰ ਬਾਬ ਮਨੈਂਡੇਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਕਰਪਸ਼ਨ ਸਕੈਂਡਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਿਜ਼ਾਈਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਪਿਆ ਸੀ, ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਨਾਮ ਡੈਮੋਕ੍ਰੈਟਿਕ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਤੋਂ ਐਂਡੀ ਕਿਮ ਨੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਉਸ ਕੰਪੀਟੀਸ਼ਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਇਆ ਸੀ ਉਸ ਸੀਟ ਨੂੰ ਹਾਸਲ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ। ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਅਗਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੋਲਿੰਗ ਨੂੰ ਵੇਖੋ, ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਐਂਡੀ ਕਿਮ ਪੋਲਿੰਗ ਲੀਡ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਈਜ਼ਲੀ ਇਹ ਸੀਟ ਹਾਸਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੈ। ਐਂਡ ਇੱਥੇ ਦੀ ਜੋ ਨਿਊ ਜਰਸੀ ਦੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਹੈਗੀ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਇੰਨਾ ਹੀ ਭਰੋਸਾ ਹੈ। ਇਨਫੈਕਟ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਐਂਡੀ ਕਿਮ ਇਸ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਨੇੜਿਓਂ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਨ, ਪੁਰਾਣੇ ਤੋਂ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਨ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਇਹ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਅਪਰੀਸ਼ੀਏਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੈ। ਐਂਡ ਮੋਸਟ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟਲੀ ਜੋ ਸਿੱਖ ਅਮਰੀਕਨ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਨਿਊ ਜਰਸੀ ਵਸਦੀ ਹੈ, ਇਨਫੈਕਟ ਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਵਾਈਡ ਵਸਦੀ ਹੈ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਜੋ ਵੱਡੇ ਮੁੱਦੇ ਹਨ, ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਰਿਪਰੈਸ਼ਨ ਦੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਗੱਲ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਸਮਾਲ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸਿਸ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੈਂਟ ਫੈਮਲੀਜ਼ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਇਨ ਸਾਰੇ ਮੁੱਦਿਆਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਐਂਡੀ ਕਿਮ ਦਾ ਆਲਰੇਡੀ ਫੋਕਸ ਜੁੜਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ। ਇਨਫੈਕਟ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਅੱਜ ਇਸ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੁਝ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਵੈਲਿਊਜ਼ ਵੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਅਮਰੀਕਨ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੀ ਵੈਲਿਊਜ਼ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੀਆਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਹਨ। ਸੋ ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੇਖੋ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਬੂਟਾ ਸਿੰਘ ਖਰੋੜ ਜੀ, ਅਟਾਰਨੀ ਜਸਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਅਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹੋਏ ਮੰਨੇ ਪਰ ਮੰਨੇ ਨਿਊ ਜਰਸੀ ਅਤੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਅਮਰੀਕਨ ਲੀਡਰਸ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਐਂਡੀ ਕਿਮ ਨੂੰ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਐਂਡੀ ਕਿਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੋਏਗੀ।
All of you to came here today for Andy Kim's fundraising. So we all know he was 3-term congressman from District 3rd. You always helped him and we are appreciate all of you. So we have one speaker, Jaspreet Singh. So I would request to him, please come to the microphone and share view with you.
First of all, I want to thank you all for coming here. I want to thank Sardar Bhutta Singh ji, who is my brother. He's a friend for 25 years. We know each other. And he's always, you know, what his contribution is to the community, to the cause. He's a man of his word. Whatever he says, he does. And he's not only in New Jersey, like everywhere, he is very much respected in the Sikh community. And whatever contribution he has done for the Sikh cause, for the freedom of Sikhs is commendable. And we welcome our Honorable Congressman Andy Kim. He will be the next senator of the state of New Jersey, and we are all proud of him. Let's give a big hand. Andy Kim is like us. He is a son of immigrants, like we are all immigrants, and he understands what the like problems we face, and in different issues that we have here. First of all, how to get legalized, people have to go through that process, get green card, that I do as an immigration lawyer. Then of course we do suffer sometime hate crimes. We have other issues that to deal with from time to time, or discrimination issues. And he is always fighting for us, and he will continue to do it in the Senate. Another senator from here, Cory is a friend of mine. He's the one who introduced me to him and told me to support him. We were supporting him anyways in the Sikh community. So Bhuta Singh ji knew him for a long time, and I met him like first time in Chicago. But he's a great leader, and he's going to represent the state of New Jersey and all the minorities here to the best of his abilities, and I have full confidence in him. And whatever job he has done as a congressman is commendable, and as a senator, he will be one of the best senators of the U.S. Senate all across the U.S. That is. Other thing that is important here is the general election. As you all know, that here we have a choice between Kamala Harris and President Trump. So I have known Kamala Harris for last almost 15 years. When she ran for the Attorney General, I was, along with one other people, we did her fundraising. Then we did another fundraising when she was running for Senate. Then we again were involved in her campaign when she ran in the primary elections for the president. Now she is the candidate, as you all know, and she is also like Andy, first generation immigration. Her mom came from India, her dad came from Jamaica. She understands the same way as he does the problem of all the immigrants, all the communities. She understands the Sikh community very well. She knows us. And recently, like on two issues, I will share my experience with her. One, when the Sikh leaders were attacked here by the agents of the Indian government in Canada and here, luckily, like a few days after that, I had a meeting with Kamala Harris, and I talked to her and told her that this is what was being happening. A lot of people are being killed, and this is not right. She said that in the American soil, no foreign country will be allowed to kill anybody, threaten anybody, and take the law into their own hands. It will never happen. So she put her foot down, and we worked with the government, different departments, and see the result. With that, also, my friend is Adam Schiff. He is going to be a senator from California. Like Andy, I have known him for many years. He's a congressman. He's bringing a bill. It is a transnational repression bill, and I will also request Andy Kim to join him and support him in that bill, because that bill basically says that any foreign government cannot on US soil hurt anybody, kill anybody, or threaten anybody for their own political views. And that is being, Jim Costa is there, and Adam Schiff we are doing his event on the 21st in California. And so we need leaders like that. Then on the second issue, Amritpal Singh, you know, he's a member of parliament. He won in India, and he was not being invited for oath, like he's still in jail. At that point, I knew it's a human rights issue. What I did was that I talked to the vice president, I talked to Ro Khanna, I talked to Adam Schiff, I talked to Cory, I talked to like 15 other leaders. And Kamala Harris was so nice that her office contacted the Indian government, the Indian ambassador, Indian foreign minister. Same with the Congressman Ro Khanna, Cory they all did it. And because of their efforts, like Kamala Harris put her foot down and told me that Jaspreet, he will take the oath, don't worry, he will become a member of parliament. So that's a big thing, and that happened. So she did not listen to or bow before the pressure of the Indian government or some other government, but stood for what is right. So I have met her for the last, like in the last 3 months, about 6 or 7 times in different events, and I am working with the campaign in Michigan, Pennsylvania, Arizona, and also we are helping the Senate candidates there. We are helping Bob Casey in Pennsylvania. We are helping Rubin in Arizona. We are helping Michigan, Lisa Slotkin. We are doing her event tomorrow there through the Sikh community. And of course, our leader, Andy Kim. And we want all of you to please vote for him. Tell everybody to vote for him. Support him. You are so generous today. And so please help him to win. He will win because this state is not a battleground state, but still we need every single Sikh community vote. And if you know anybody in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Arizona, these states, please call them. This is an important election. On immigration issues, Trump wants to deport people. His plan says that 1 million people will be deported next year. It is going to cost taxpayers $88 billion. We'll have to hire 3,000 new immigration judges just to deport people who are living here peacefully, and who's going to take their jobs. So those policies are not good for us, for immigrants and community. And Kamala Harris is for immigration, and Kim is for immigration. So please vote in this election and vote Democratic. Vote for Kamala Harris. Vote for Kim. Thank you very much.
So now I want to call Navleen Kaur Khadad to come to the microphone and introduce Honorable Congressman.
My name is Navleen Kaur Khadad. I specialize as a student nurse and a rising leader in the public affairs. I am passionate about making a difference in healthcare and government. I currently serve as a member of the Mount Laurel Planning Board and the Mount Laurel Democratic Committee. In 2022, at the age of 19, I took a bold step by running for the local school board elections, driven by commitment to improving education. Combining healthcare studies with a dedication to public policy, I am eager to continue building my path in politics, where I hope to address important issues such as healthcare, education, and community development at a broader level. But the main reason I am on the stage tonight is that I have the honor to introduce to you all a true representation of the people, a man whose dedication to service, initiative, and integrity has guided his every step. Congressman Kim has spent his career fighting for families across New Jersey, and now he's ready to bring that fight to the U.S. Senate. Raised in New Jersey, Mr. Kim understands the challenges our communities face. He grew up in a working-class neighborhood that forms the backbone of our country, and he knows firsthand the values of hard work, resilience, and a commitment to making things better for future generations. A son of immigrants, Congressman Kim's story is a testament to the American dream, the belief that we can build brighter, more inclusive future for all through dedication and strength. As Congressman Kim has already shown what a compassionate and brave leader looks like. He's done this from leading efforts to strengthen our national security, advocating for veterans and military families, and fighting for affordable health care. Mr. Kim is someone who listens to his constituents and takes action. His deep background in public service, including working at the Pentagon and in Afghanistan as a civilian advisor to the military, has prepared him to tackle the most complex issues our nation is facing, as well as creating history by becoming the first congressman in District 3 to win 3 consecutive terms since the Civil War. Now, as he runs for the U.S. Senate, Mr. Kim is determined to continue his fight for every family in New Jersey. He believes in a future where healthcare is accessible to all, where economic opportunity is within reach for everyone, and where our democracy is protected for generations to come. He brings to this race not only his experience, but his integrity, empathy, and passion for serving his people. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the next U.S. Senator to the podium, Congressman Kim.
Thank you so much, Bhuta. Where did he go? Bhuta and Jaspreet and others. And thank you for that kind introduction. It really means so much to me to have the support of everybody here in this room and the Sikh community across New Jersey. I've really enjoyed this journey over the last 6 years. I guess even before the 8 years where I was first connected with Bhuta and others. And what a journey it's been. You know, being here as a member of Congress over the last 6 years through some of the most turbulent times in modern history of America. I have to say it's been an honor to be able to get to know the Sikh community in South Jersey and across New Jersey, and getting to meet so many others as, Jaspreet introduced me to a number of others up in Edison and elsewhere. I hope this is the start of an even stronger relationship going forward across all of New Jersey as we get to know each other more. And I've been humbled by the opportunity to be able to learn more and more about your culture, the history. And it just brings me such warmth that we have this kind of diversity here in New Jersey in particular. This is a state that welcomed my family decades ago. And I can tell you at that time, there were not a lot of Asian Americans here in South Jersey in particular. And, there was concern that we have of how would we be welcomed. But I felt that, there was always this understanding that, this diversity is what makes us stronger as a state and as a country. And sure, there have been some difficult moments along the way. The different experiences that my family have had and others in the community have had of discrimination and racism. And we will always make sure that we stand up and fight against that. Make sure everyone here feels safe. Everyone has the capacity to be able to provide that sense of security for their families. And I hope you see me as someone who can be a champion to be able to fight against discrimination and hate, against intimidation, against the transnational challenges that you talked about. Everyone here should be able to have the sense of freedom and security. It's fundamental to who we are. And I can draw upon my experiences in my own life to be able to understand and empathize with the challenges of others. I've worked hard for legislation in Congress to be able to fight against this kind of hate, make sure that we're doing everything we can. I stand before you as a father of a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old, 2 little boys grown up here. And I'll be honest with you, I see all the challenges and the chaos that's in the world right now. I worry about what kind of America my kids are going to grow up in. All I want for them is that sense of security and stability that my parents wanted for me. What many of us want for our kids and our grandkids. But these are challenging times right now in the world. This is a historic moment in our country. And I'll be honest with you, I don't actually want to live through history. I'd much rather live through simpler, quieter times where I can spend more time with my kids. But unfortunately, this is the moment that we live in right now. And there's a lot that is on the line. I really do believe that the next 4 to 5 years are going to shape the next 4 to 5 decades of this country. That is what is at stake right now. So I want to do everything I can to try to make sure that we're stepping up and being able to have the kind of society that all of us want to see in this country. The reason why so many of us or our families immigrated to this country. That sense of opportunity, that sense of security, that sense of freedom. I still believe in that, and I want that for my kids. So we have to make sure that we're working together to be able to build a wide coalition of people who refuse to believe that this chaos and this crisis that we experience right now is just the new normal. We should fight back against that. And I think that someone like a leader like Kamala Harris is very exciting. Someone who brings such energy. And I hope the people in New Jersey are excited this year that on the ballot this year, we're going to have a South Asian black woman at the top of the ticket and an Asian American, Korean American man right underneath her. Who would have imagined that we'd have this kind of representation, this kind of experience and diversity on our ballot here in New Jersey? I think it's a testament to our state. If elected, me and Cory Booker will be the only all-minority Senate delegation in the entire country of all 50 states. It really shows that sense of diversity that our state embodies. And it shows, and this is something that I think is important. When I first stepped up a year ago to run for Senate, threw my name into the hat to run for Senate, I was told by people here in the state that I am the wrong kind of minority to be able to win across the entire state. And I just found that to be so offensive. I have every bit as much right to represent this state as anybody else. My story is not just a Korean American or an Asian American story. It is fundamentally an American story. And I do think it's important right now more than ever, that the Asian American community across the entire board, that we work together. I understand that we are not monolithic. I understand that we have differences in culture and history and experiences, but there is a shared commonality as well. And it's one that I hope that we can really bring out and grow and be able to build up. I want to make sure that I am a friend and a partner to the Sikh community. In the same way that the Sikh community is a partner and a friend to the Korean community or to other aspects of our society. That is how we're going to be stronger together. Make sure that we're engaging together. Make sure that we work together to be able to have the kind of lives that we want to live. And I'm just really humbled that I'm 22 days away from this election day. That me, as a son of immigrants, a public school kid, someone that has a chance to potentially represent 9 million people in this country and step up to be a voice. And I can show that I will be a voice and a representative, not just for the people that look like me, not just for Korean Americans, not just for Asian Americans, but for all Americans here in this state. And I think that that is a transformative moment for Asian Americans in our state and in our country to show that we have every bit as much right to have a seat at the table of the most powerful legislative body in our nation. That we can have that kind of opportunity. Not only will I be the first Korean American ever in the U.S. Senate, but I'll be the first Asian American in the U.S. Senate from the entire East Coast of America. And having that opportunity to be able to make sure that our voice is a voice that cannot be ignored. As Jaspreet was talking about, when there are challenges that come up, that we go around and we ask other leaders to be able to step up and take on these causes, that they understand what's happening, that they take action. Now that is important to have. We certainly want to make sure we have lots of allies and partners throughout the U.S. Senate and elsewhere. But we also have to recognize we cannot assume that other people are going to fight our fights for us. We need to be driving our own destiny, making sure that we are taking the steps to understand that we have as much of a right to have that voice in the Senate, in Congress, in the White House as anybody else. We're 22 days out. Hopefully we'll be able to have the kind of leadership we need in the White House with Kamala Harris, someone I've had a chance to work with. She is so qualified, so extraordinary, someone who will do incredible work for our country through these difficult times. And I hope to be a good partner to her in the United States Senate, working together to lift up the voice of the people in New Jersey, all of us trying to figure out what it is that we can do going forward. It is very humbling to stand before you and to have your support. I want you to know I don't take that lightly. I'm here to show you I never take that for granted. And I hope that you recognize this isn't just about the next 22 days. I want to build that long-term relationship. I want to become somebody that can be a champion for the Sikh community, not just here in New Jersey, but in the country. Because we have so many shared values, so many goals that we have in common, and there's so much work to be done. So I believe that, yes, we're going to get through the next 22 days, and I can use your help in spreading the word and making sure that everyone in New Jersey understands what's at stake, and they understand the kind of contributions I hope to continue to make to this great country. But I am also someone that believes that Election Day is the starting line, not the finish line. We have a lot of work to do as a country, a lot of things that we need to fix, a lot of goals that we need to reach for, a lot of things that we want to accomplish so that this country can live out to its great fulfillment, that promise that all of us and our families sought traveling to this country, immigrating here to be able to chase. And I'm excited about that. I still believe in this country. I still feel hopeful about our future. And I can't wait to be able to build a great and beautiful future with all of you. Thank you so much, everybody, for having me and letting me be a part of today. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Congressman Andy Kim. Thank you for your time. So this event organized by our Sikh community, we always put our community at forefronts. So what somebody had to do, so we did some work, but we cannot do this event without your help. So we are really appreciate for your hard-earning contribution tonight. So we are deeply grateful to all of you. So I have something to say. Once again, I want to take the opportunity to thank all of friends and families, the Sikh community who have come today to support the fundraising of Congressman Andy Kim, who is running for the US Senate seat from New Jersey. I also want to thank the financial team of Andy Kim, who helped put together this event And also I want to thanks JUS Punjabi, who is covering today's broadcast. On October 21st, Congressman Adam Schiff is holding a fundraising in Los Angeles, and Jaspreet Singh, attorney from California, is helping organize that. So I will request all of you, if you have any friend around the Los Angeles, Bakersfield, please join Jaspreet on October 21st. So Congressman Schiff has recently, Jaspreet talked about a little bit ago, Congressman Schiff has recently introduced the bill titled Transnational Repression Reporting Act 2024. I ask the Congressman Andy Kim to please co-sponsor this bill in the Congress. Again, thank you all for coming. I am very grateful to all of you, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਤੋਂ ਬਗੈਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੇ। ਅਸੀਂ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਮੂਹਰੇ ਰੱਖਿਆ। ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਕਾਜ਼ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ, ਚਾਹੇ ਉਹ ਵਾਸ਼ਿੰਗਟਨ DC ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ, ਚਾਹੇ ਸਟੇਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ, ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਜੋਗੇ ਵੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਲੱਗੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਕਲ ਐਕਸੈਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੈਗਾ। ਦੇਖੋ, ਦਿਸ ਕੰਟਰੀ ਗਿਵਨ ਅਸ ਲਾਟ, ਨਾਓ ਇਟਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਟੂ ਰਿਟਰਨ। ਸੋ ਇਸ ਮੁਲਕ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬੜਾ ਕੁਛ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਅਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੁਛ ਵਾਪਸ ਵੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ। ਅਤੇ ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦੀ ਹਾਂ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੂਰ ਦੁਰਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਆਏ ਹੋ, ਨਾਰਥ ਜਰਸੀ ਟੂ ਸਾਊਥ ਜਰਸੀ, ਸਾਰੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਲੀਡਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੈਠੀ ਆ, ਅਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਦਿਲ ਦੀ ਤਹਿ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦੀ ਹਾਂ। ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਵੀ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਕਰੋ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਥੜਕੀਏ ਨਾ, ਅਸੀਂ ਕੌਮ ਦੇ ਕੰਮਾਂ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਲੱਗੇ ਰਹੀਏ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਬੜੇ ਚੈਲੰਜ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਸਮਾਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ, ਪੈਸਾ ਧੇਲਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ, ਸਾਰੇ ਕੰਮ ਲੱਗਦੇ ਆ, ਪਰ ਕਿਤੇ ਕਿਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ। ਉਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਕਰਿਆ ਕਰੋ, ਅਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਵੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ। ਅਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਫਤਿਹ ਅਰਜ਼ ਕਰਦਾ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਮੁੱਦਾ ਤੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਆ ਮੇਪਲ ਸ਼ੇਡ, ਨਿਊ ਜਰਸੀ, ਸਾਊਥ ਜਰਸੀ ਵਿਖੇ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਖੜੇ ਵੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ Congressman Andy Kim, a one-of-a-kind politician from New Jersey who's breaking barriers, trying to attain a seat in the Senate. Congressman Kim, I have to ask you, you have a stellar track record in New Jersey as a congressman, but now you're trying to represent the entire state at the Senate level. The Senate is a revered institution, the cool-tempered house in Congress. What do you feel your tenure as a congressman from New Jersey would help in your potential win in the Senate?
Well, I'm really humbled by this. You know, I'm a son of immigrants, a public school kid that just grew up down the road from here, now having the chance to potentially be a United States senator. This year is actually 50 years since my parents immigrated to America. So the idea that my family can celebrate that by hopefully me becoming a United States senator is exciting. And you're right. I've dedicated my whole career to public service. I worked in national security. I worked in diplomacy, served my country in a lot of different parts of the world. And then over the last 6 years, representing in Congress. So that gives me the kind of experience so I can hit the ground running. Mm-hmm. You know, right now there are so many crises and chaos, situations going on around the world and here domestically too. Mm-hmm. So I can be somebody that steps in ready day one in the U.S. Senate. I know how to do the work. I'm ready to represent the state of New Jersey.
Congressman, I have to ask you, there is an air of transactional politics when it comes to New Jersey politicians. Those who have endorsed you, including The Intercept, set you a standard apart that you are breaking out of that mold. Can you tell us how your ascension from Congress to the Senate represents breaking those traditional New Jersey political processes?
Yeah, I mean, I do think that we're on the cusp of a new era of politics in New Jersey. And I think that that's something that a lot of people in New Jersey want. You know, we want to move past this reputation of corruption and brass knuckle politics and recognize that what we're really trying to do is come together to solve problems that our families are facing. You know, and I think that I've proven that I can be able to get this done over the course of my entire career. And look, I'm a Democrat that represented in Congress a district that Trump won. It shows that I can build a politics that brings people together rather than divides us. And right now, people are just tired of the divisions and the toxicity in our politics. They want somebody who's just going to try to roll up his sleeves to get things done. And I hope they see me as somebody who can do that type of work and that I've done it over the course of my career. So I'm excited. Here in New Jersey, we've had a lot of problems with our politics in the past. We've seen how that's manifested in ways that I think have led to a lot of cynicism in our politics. I don't want the reputation that our politics have, which around the country is often linked towards corruption. We need to shed that, move forward with integrity.
I have to address, of course, you're in a gathering full of Sikh Punjabi community members from all over South Jersey, as well as the surrounding neighborhoods. This community is especially invested when it comes to small businesses, entrepreneurship. They have strong family values. How are these areas something that you're going to prioritize should you win a seat in the Senate?
Well, I'm excited for that. I look around the room here and I see a lot of people whose devotion to their family and the community really mirrors my own family's. As I said, I'm a son of immigrants. I'm married to an immigrant. My family was a family of workers. We did not have things handed to us. We're not from a well-off, well-connected family. We worked hard to be able to get here. And I see that entrepreneurial and hard-working spirit here in this room. I'm somebody that spent years in Congress working on the Small Business Committee, in particular focused on addressing the needs of access to capital, getting rid of the red tape, helping people be able to build their businesses and grow it. And I really want to focus in on that. I think I can be somebody in the U.S. Senate that is really focused on helping raise up the importance of small businesses, ensure that they have a fair shot. Right now, it's a lot of challenges that I hear about high costs, supply chain, the challenges from, big corporations really pushing pressure down on small businesses. I want to create a level, fair playing field that hopefully small businesses here in New Jersey and frankly around the country can thrive in.
Thank you so much for your time, Congressman
Thank you
Kim.
so much.
Thank you. So ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੇਖਿਆ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਨਿਊ ਜਰਸੀ ਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਲੀਡਰਸ ਲੀਡਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਐਂਡ ਇਨ ਫੈਕਟ ਸਾਡੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਅਮਰੀਕਨ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਲੀਡਰਸ ਇੱਥੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਨ ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਐਂਡੀ ਕਿਮ ਦੀ ਸੈਨੇਟ ਰੇਸ ਨੂੰ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ। ਵਾਂਸ ਅਗੇਨ ਪੋਲਿੰਗ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਦੱਸਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਐਂਡੀ ਕਿਮ ਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਕੰਫਰਟੇਬਲ ਡਬਲ ਡਿਜਿਟ ਲੀਡ ਹੈਗੀ ਇਸ ਰੇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿ ਮੋਸਟ ਲਾਈਕਲੀ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਨਿਊ ਜਰਸੀ ਇੱਕ ਡੈਮੋਕ੍ਰੈਟਿਕ ਇੱਕ ਬਲੂ ਸਟੇਟ ਮੰਨੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਇਹ ਰੇਸ ਈਜ਼ਲੀ ਜਿੱਤਣਗੇ। ਬਟ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿਰਫ ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਐਂਡੀ ਕਿਮ ਤੇ ਫੋਕਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀਗਾ। ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਇਹ ਰੇਸ ਸਿੱਖ ਅਮਰੀਕਨ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਟੌਪ ਆਫ ਬੈਲਟ ਵਾਈਸ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟ ਕਮਲਾ ਹੈਰਿਸ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਬਿਡ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਲੋਕਲ ਲੈਵਲ ਤੱਕ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਨ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸ਼ਾਮਿਲ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਡੈਮੋਕ੍ਰੈਟਿਕ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਦਵੋ। ਇਸ ਰੇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੱਡੇ ਮੁੱਦੇ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਾਡੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਉਹ TNR ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਰਿਪਰੈਸ਼ਨ ਦਾ ਮੁੱਦਾ ਹੋਏ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਡੈਮੋਕ੍ਰੈਟਿਕ ਲਾਅ ਮੇਕਰਸ ਐਡਮ ਸ਼ਿਫ ਵਰਗੇ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਬਿੱਲ ਇੰਟਰੋਡਿਊਸ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਧਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੱਗੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਨ ਜਾਂ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਦਾ ਮੁੱਦਾ ਹੋਏ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਵਾਂਸ ਅਗੇਨ ਲੀਗਲ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਇਸ ਮੁਲਕ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਫਾਊਂਡੇਸ਼ਨ ਇੱਕ ਬੈਡ ਰੌਕ ਹੈਗਾ। ਸਾਡੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਵੀ ਉਸ ਚੀਜ਼ 'ਤੇ ਡਿਪੈਂਡੈਂਟ ਹਨ ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਜੋ ਫਾਰਮਿੰਗ ਐਗਰੀਕਲਚਰ ਸੈਕਟਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਨ ਟਰੱਕਿੰਗ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਨ ਗੈਸੋਲੀਨ ਗੈਸ ਸਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਨ। ਇਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਮੁੱਦੇ ਅੱਜ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਕੀਤੇ ਗਏ ਇਸ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਂਡ ਜੋ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹੋਏ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਲੀਡਰਸ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪ ਦੀ ਮੰਗਾਂ ਰੱਖੀਆਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਐਂਡੀ ਕਿਮ ਅੱਗੇ। ਵਾਂਸ ਅਗੇਨ 3-term ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਹੁਣ ਸੈਨੇਟ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਲੜ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਇੱਕ ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਅਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਸੈਨੇਟਰ ਦੀ ਡਿਊਟੀਜ਼ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਜੋ ਦਾਇਰੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਨ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਫਰਕ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇੱਕ ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਜਾਂ ਵੂਮਨ ਇੱਕ ਡਿਸਟ੍ਰਿਕਟ ਨੂੰ ਵਾਸ਼ਿੰਗਟਨ DC ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਿਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟ ਕਰਦਾ ਆਪਣੀ ਸਟੇਟ ਤੋਂ। ਇੱਕ ਸੈਨੇਟਰ ਪੂਰੀ ਸਟੇਟ ਨੂੰ ਰਿਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਵਾਸ਼ਿੰਗਟਨ DC ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿਰਫ ਤਾਂ ਸਿਰਫ 100 ਸੈਨੇਟਰਸ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ 2 ਇੱਕ ਸਟੇਟ ਤੋਂ। This is a much more serious cooler, calmer body of government. ਇੱਕ ਸੈਨੇਟਰ ਦਾ ਅਹੁਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡਾ ਅਹੁਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਐਂਡੀ ਕਿਮ ਅਗਰ ਇਸ ਸੈਨੇਟ ਰੇਸ ਨੂੰ ਜਿੱਤਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਇਸ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੇਖਿਆ ਇਹ ਸਿੱਖ ਅਮਰੀਕਨ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਲਈ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਜਿੱਤ ਹੋਏਗੀ। ਸੋ ਵਾਂਸ ਅਗੇਨ ਸਾਡਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹੀ ਇੱਕ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਹੈ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਹੋ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਹੋ ਇਸ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਲਵੋ, ਵੋਟ ਪਾਓ। ਮੇਕ ਸ਼ੋਰ ਆਲਰੇਡੀ ਹੁਣ ਦਿਨ ਘੱਟ ਰਹਿ ਗਏ ਹਨ, ਮੇਕ ਸ਼ੋਰ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਵੋਟਿੰਗ ਰਜਿਸਟ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਅਪ ਟੂ ਡੇਟ ਹੈ, ਕਰੈਕਟ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਨਾਂ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਐਡਰੈਸ, ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਕਰੈਕਟ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ। ਜਿੱਥੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪੋਲਿੰਗ ਪਲੇਸ ਹੈਗੀ, ਅਗਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ अर्ਲੀ ਵੋਟ ਪਾਣੀ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਹਾਸਲ ਕਰ ਲਓ, ਅਗਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਡੇ ਆਫ ਵੋਟ ਪਾਣੀ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ, ਮੇਲ ਇਨ ਬੈਲਟਸ ਦੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਹਾਸਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਰੱਖ ਲਓ, ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਹੁਣ ਸਿਰਫ 20 ਦਿਨ ਰਹਿ ਗਏ ਹਨ ਇਸ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਤੱਕ। ਐਂਡ ਇਹ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਸਿਰਫ ਇੱਕ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਦਾ, ਇੱਕ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਦਾ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ, ਇਹ ਯੂਨਾਈਟਿਡ ਸਟੇਟਸ ਦੀ ਡੈਮੋਕ੍ਰੇਸੀ ਦਾ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਵਾਂਸ ਅਗੇਨ ਜਸ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦੀ ਟੀਮ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਪੈਲੇਸ ਆਫ ਏਸ਼ੀਆ ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਗ੍ਰਿਲ ਮੇਪਲ ਸ਼ੇਟ ਨਿਊ ਜਰਸੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ, ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਵੈਲ ਅਟੈਂਡਡ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜ਼ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਸਰਦਾਰ ਬੂਟਾ ਸਿੰਘ ਖਰੋੜ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜ਼ ਕੀਤਾ, ਕਿ ਨਾਲ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਲੋਕਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਦੀ ਟੀਮ ਐਂਡ ਆਫ ਕੋਰਸ ਅਟਾਰਨੀ ਜਸਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਗਿੱਲ ਜੀ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਸੀ, ਐਂਡ ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਐਂਡੀ ਕਿਮ ਦੀ ਟੀਮ ਪਹੁੰਚੀ ਸੀ। ਅਗਰ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਕੋਈ ਕੁਐਸਚਨਸ, ਕਮੈਂਟਸ, ਕੰਸਰਨਸ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਈਮੇਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ info@jusbroadcasting.com, ashmita@jusbroadcasting.com। ਹੁਣ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਦਿਓ ਇਜਾਜ਼ਤ। ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ।